Something strange is happening in your life right now, and you might not have even noticed it. The days are flying by, the weeks are blending together, and before you know it, it's December again. You feel constantly busy, yet it's like nothing truly meaningful is happening. That's not a coincidence. It's a quiet symptom that you're wasting your life on absolutely nothing. You feel me? According to research from Duke University, our perception of time speeds up as we age because the brain stops registering repetitive experiences. In other words, if everything feels the same, your brain just checks out. Sound familiar? You're alive, but you don't feel like you're living. You exist, but you're not really present. And that, my friend, is exactly what's keeping you from living with purpose and creating a truly meaningful life. So get ready, because in the next few minutes, I'm not here to feed you feel-good quotes about living in the moment. No, you're about to get hit with a reality check. One that will open your eyes to where you're wasting your time, your energy, and your life's meaning. Because life is too short, and you're wasting yours on absolutely nothing. But once you understand what I'm about to show you, living like this will no longer be an option. So drop a comment below. I'm done with this life. Smash that like button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. Ready? It's strange to think about, but time itself isn't speeding up. Your life is just becoming more repetitive, more forgettable, and more of the same. The human brain only truly feels alive when something new happens. When your days start looking like carbon copies of each other, your brain stops paying attention. Then one day, you wake up, look back, and wonder, where did the last 5 years go? That's the hidden danger of wasting time. And most people don't even realize it until it's already too late. The problem is, living on autopilot has become the new normal. You wake up, check your phone, go to work, come home exhausted, watch something random, and crash. Repeat. Digital distractions, endless routines, and a false sense of productivity keep you busy but empty. And the fewer new experiences you have, the duller life becomes. That you're technically alive, sure, but you're not living with purpose. It's like driving on a long, empty highway, no stops, no scenery, just staring into the rearview mirror as time disappears behind you. If living in the present feels harder and harder, routine and lack of intention might be the reason. Living wisely doesn't mean quitting your job and moving to a new city. It means shaking your brain awake with a sense of newness. Switch up your breakfast, take a walk through a different neighborhood, start a conversation with someone new. These small disruptions wake your mind up and help you experience life more vividly. Because when everything feels the same, the truth is, you're missing out on what makes life meaningful. We grow up hearing that time is our most valuable resource. But here's the truth. Without energy, time means nothing. You can have an entire day free, but if you're drained, nothing gets done. What actually drives your life forward isn't the hours on the clock. It's the quality of your energy. People who learn to protect their energy start living with intention. They stop wasting time on things that drain them and give nothing back. That's when life starts to feel real and fulfilling. Here's a secret most people never talk about. Your energy isn't some mysterious force. It's manageable, gentle movement in the morning, natural light in the first 30 minutes of your day, real sleep, not the broken, restless kind. These simple shifts boost your vitality and set you up to live with greater purpose. That constant tiredness you can't explain? Sometimes it comes from people you tolerate instead of truly choosing. Sometimes it's your environment, the cluttered bedroom, the messy desk. Even what you watch on a screen can either drain you or recharge you. So think about it carefully. What's draining your energy right now without you even noticing? Maybe it's a habit, a conversation, a limiting belief you've been carrying around. And maybe that's exactly what's holding you back from living fully and clearly. When you start protecting your energy like it's gold, everything begins to shift. That's the turning point, because if life is short, your energy needs to be used wisely. And the next step? It starts with a question most people are afraid to ask. Picture this. You're in your final days, looking back on your life. What would truly have been worth it? The answer to that question is one of the clearest compasses we have for living wisely. And you know what studies show? Most people regret working too much, not saying how they really felt. Living to please others instead of themselves. That's not a cliche. It's backed by research. And even knowing this, we keep repeating the same patterns as if we had forever. Living with purpose doesn't mean chasing something huge. It's about making intentional choices every day, saying, I love you, even if it feels awkward. Putting your phone down at dinner with your kids, saying no to one more obligation that'll only drain you. Time is precious, and once you understand it's limited, you start to prioritize what actually builds a meaningful life. The real question you should be asking each day isn't, what do I have to do today? It's, will this still matter 10 years from now? That one simple question changes everything. Maybe you think it's too early to be thinking like this, but that's the whole point, to think before the regret shows up. Because time doesn't rewind, and it's the seemingly small, ordinary days that end up shaping what your life really means. And if you think you need some big, dramatic turning point, just wait. What's coming next might surprise you, because the path starts with steps much smaller than you think. When everything feels stuck, the solution isn't to flip your whole life upside down. It's to hit the reset button with actions so simple, they almost seem silly, but they carry serious power. Micro action number 1, break your routine. Take a different route to work. Eat lunch somewhere new. Listen to a song you've never heard before. It may seem small, but to your brain, it's a clear signal life still has something new to offer. And that feeling slows down your perception of time, helping you become more present and engaged with each moment. Micro action number 2, do a social audit. That's right, take an honest look at who's getting your time and energy. Some people drain you. They take and never give back. Others recharge you just by being around. Living with intention also means learning to say no and realizing that being alone can sometimes be healthier than staying surrounded by people who drag you down. Toxic relationships don't always scream, they quietly drain you. Micro action number 3, create something that's yours. Write a short piece. Draw. Build a playlist. Use your hands to make something real. The point is, let it carry your signature, a reminder that you are more than just a cog in the machine. When you have a personal creative outlet, even a small one, you start living the present with more depth and purpose. And these small, almost invisible shifts, they're exactly what prepare you for the bigger transformations that are just around the corner. It's not an exaggeration to say that your social circle defines the quality of your life. Science has already proven what many people still try to ignore. Living with purpose is directly tied to the quality of your relationships. Emotions are contagious. Being around people who constantly complain, criticize, or play the victim will drain you faster than an entire day of hard work. But being close to people who uplift you, truly listen, and challenge you with kindness, that's like taking an invisible energy bath, one that fuels you to live fully and deeply. There's a theory called emotional deposits. It says that every gesture, every word, every small act of attention is like a deposit into an invisible account between you and someone else. A genuine good morning, an unexpected compliment, a quiet, respectful presence when the other person just needs space. These moments are more powerful than any expensive gift or once-a-year grand gesture. And the best part? The more you deposit, the more you tend to receive, often without even realizing it. So here's the golden question. Who are you investing in? Because if life is short, you can't afford to waste time on empty connections. And if you still don't realize just how deeply this affects your sense of happiness, wait until you see what happens when you stop chasing purpose like it's some hidden prize and start building it with your own hands. Some people spend their entire lives waiting to discover their purpose, as if it's going to fall from the sky in a flash of epiphany. But here's a truth most people don't have the courage to say. Purpose isn't something you find. It's something you build. And how do you build it? By doing, by testing, by failing, adjusting, and trying again. It's not about having all the answers. It's about taking the first step, even while you still have questions. Life is more like a jungle gym than a straight ladder. Sometimes the next step isn't up, it's sideways. People who wait for the perfect, meaning often end up stuck. But those who start with what they have, right where they are, often end up living truly meaningful lives. Living with intention means having the courage to start small, even if the project feels insignificant, even if no one's watching. Maybe it's teaching something you know, volunteering, or starting fresh in a new career, even without guarantees. It's these sideways moves that add depth to your story. And the more you act, the more clarity you gain about what truly moves you. It's like building a bridge as you walk across it. But to do that, you have to break free from the trap of perfectionism and endless waiting. Because your time is precious, and the time you have right now might be more than enough to change everything. And if you think you've heard this before, what's coming next will show you exactly why knowing something means nothing unless you do something about it. There's a dangerous trap that a lot of people fall into without even realizing it. It's the illusion that learning is just about collecting information, as if watching videos, reading inspiring quotes, or listening to podcasts were enough to change your life. But here's the real secret that separates those who grow from those who just consume. Your brain only evolves through friction. And friction means practice, exposure, trial and error. It's not comfortable, but that's how real, lasting wisdom is built. Teaching something you know is one of the fastest ways to accelerate personal growth. When you explain, you organize. When you apply, you reinforce. If you want good sources for this kind of learning, start with real biographies of people who failed a lot before they ever got it right. Books like Shoot Dog by Nike's founder or Steve Jobs by Walter Isaacson show exactly how messy growth really looks. Also, try practicing what's called strategic quitting, knowing what to stop doing before chasing more things to learn. Because knowledge without action is like food sitting in a pantry that never gets cooked. Looks useful, but it eventually goes bad. And more importantly, if you're not seeking real feedback, you're just pretending to improve. The world already has more than enough content. What it needs is people willing to turn content into action. And when you start acting on what you've learned, even if you stumble at first, your brain gets the message that you're alive. And that's when it starts reshaping itself to help you grow. Yes, life is short, but when it's lived with presence, energy, and purpose, it becomes intense, meaningful, and deeply fulfilling. It's not about changing everything overnight. It's about doing today just a little better than yesterday. And that starts with small, intentional shifts, the kind that, over time, create a life worth remembering. Living each moment fully doesn't mean chasing time. It means recognizing that time is limited, and that's exactly what makes it so valuable. The choices you make today will decide whether your life becomes a dull loop of repetition or a journey filled with real lessons and bold decisions. Don't let another decade slip by unnoticed. Time doesn't rewind, but you can choose how to use it from this moment forward. And if this video sparked something in you, share it with someone you want to see living more intentionally too. Drop a comment below and tell us, which micro-action are you going to start with? Your decision might just inspire someone else. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time, because the next video might be exactly what helps you unlock even more.